Gentlemen, I have another deck profile for you guys. We have pure Mitsu. Took it to a case tourney, went undefeated, split with uh, the other undefeated, so ended up getting 4 boxes of ALIN, pretty cool. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and play pure. I think pure is pretty sick. I prefer pure over the Rizal variant, just personal preference. So yeah, we'll just get into the deck real quick. 2 Aramasa, 2 Saji, and 2 Kusanagi. Now the reason is because you get into a grind game most of the time, and this deck can basically just want to outgrind your opponent for those situations. So the 2 Kusanagi comes up a lot. I was discussing with one of my teammates, shout out, and he was like, yeah, maybe you should play like maybe 2 is correct in pure. And I was like, oh, you know what? Let's try it. Screw it. And he was right. It came up a lot. So I would recommend 2, 100%. Um, just because the second one comes up if they banish your Murakumo or something, I don't know. But it also gives you have more names for tributes from deck, so pretty nice. As well as I play the one Wosu. Wosu is my favorite out of all of them, and this one is MVP. Being able to tribute a ritual from hand to search and tribute a monster your opponent controls is crazy. Just being able to kaiju is super good. Yes, you're locked into reptiles, but like okay. You don't use your extra deck all that often anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and those are the main deck monsters for the non-rituals, and then for the rituals, we play 3 Habakiri, and then of course we play 3 Habakiri. He is the new one. He basically is 1 card combo, super good, once per duel though, which is fine. And then his lower 800 attack passive effect is also super good. I love it. I don't think there's really anything wrong with it. And then 1 Murikumo and 1 Futsu, Mitama. Yeah, Murikumo's Murikumo. It's a hand rip. It's a revive. It's a Rokeki. They all revive, I guess. And Futsu is so good. This card just brings back everything in this deck. Oh my god. Like, if they get rid of this, okay, summon this. Once per chain, revive this. Regeki, if you haven't used it already, revive this. They lose 800. Revive a second one, they lose 1600. It's so good. I love Futsu. That's why I like playing Pure, because, like, in Raizo, you can't really play Futsu, but in Pure, you can. There's also an argument to play 2 Morikumo, but I opted for 2 of each baby instead rather than 2 of each big one or 2 Murikumo. So I'd rather play 2 Kusanagi, I think, just because if they do banish this, you can just get it back, which is fine. So yeah, those are the ritual monsters. And then we have 4 hand traps, 3 Fua, of course. Let's try to keep the camera stable. I apologize for this weird camera situation. I know it kind of looks weird, but it's what I have at the moment. 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 2 Nib, and 2 Bell. I put Bell in last minute just because I know Bell's pretty good right now, at least for the Mitsu stuff and the Rizal stuff, because Mitsu's come from grave. Bell never came up once, unfortunately, which is fine. I think I used it 1 time today, or during that tournament, which was yesterday. I think I used it 1 time. I don't know why it just zoomed in. I am so confused. Whoa, I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, but yeah, Bell really never came up. You could probably not play Bell. 2 Nib, just because it's Nib. You can nib yourself with if you nib yourself with the rituals, it's really good because they all come back. And then if your opponent, of course, nibs you, play around Nib, you just don't revive. You don't revive Futsu and you don't revive Murikumo, and you just wait for them to nib you basically at the end of your turn, and then they nib you, and then they come back and you have a nib token. So pretty cool. And then you can Regeki the nib, like the actual nib, or you can save it. But if it's on your turn, you might as well Regeki it. I don't know. Droll, because Droll's like mandatory at the moment, unfortunately. You cite it out a lot. And then, at least for my local. And then 3 Ash because it's Ash Blossom, and 3 Fua because it's Fua. That is the hand traps we're playing. No Imperm, no Impulse. 1, don't have Impulse. And 2, I don't think Imperm's as good if you don't have Impulse. IMO. And there was never a point in the last few weeks that I've been playing and testing this deck where I was like, man, I wish I had Imperm there. But I mean, Imperm's still like one of the best 6 cards you could draw, as well as just an incredible card to have. So like, you should play it. I'd probably cut the bells for Imperms, and you could play 41 if you play 3 Imperm and cut 2 bell. which might not be a bad idea. So I might do that. Who knows? Find out. More testing, testing all the time. And then now for the spells. For the spells, we have three prayers, of course. This card's crazy busted, crazy broken. It's so good. It's probably gonna go to one on the next list, unfortunately, which it should, but it's pretty good. So, and then we play two of the Mitsurugi Ritual and one Mirror. Mirror's crazy. Uh, Mirror's an insane card. It's what guaranteed me the last win. I mean, I didn't have to use it, granted, but I basically mirrored for a second. Habakuri from Grave tributed the Murakumo, summoned back the Murikuma and the Habakuri. That way, he had a monster that couldn't be destroyed by battle. I just needed to lower its attack enough to be able to swing and do damage. So, and then rituals. So two and one. You could play 3-1. I feel like it's too much. There was a lot of times where I was drawing too much ritual spell. So a 2-1 ratio is really good. And then playing the mirror allows you to play 3 pre-prep, which is just like a busted ass card. Just because it gets you literally everything you need. Like if you pre-prep off rip, you get mirror, which sets you up later, and then you get Habakuri, which is full combo. So like it's really nice. And if they draw you there, like okay, just I guess I can figure out a way to play around it. You can at least mirror if you have like names in hand or not. If not, then like that's fine, I guess. But I don't know. I think mirror is really good. I think pre-prep's really good, and then mirror chain blocks so they can't get belled, which is super nice. So you can just do like one Habakiri, two mirror, mirror goes back, Habakiri specials. You can research the mirror because it goes back into the deck before, so it's really good. Yeah, so that's why I like mirror. And then so those are like the main like engine pieces, I guess you could say, for the Mitsu spells. And then for non-engine Mitsu spells, we play Talents, of course, the one of Prosp, and we play Called By. Yeah, I mean Called By is Called By, Talents is Talents, and Prosp is Prosp. There's really no explanation needed for those. Those are just incredible cards that deserve to be played. And then we play these are mine. I love these cards. You play two Econ. There is an excuse to use Magatama, which is the quick play spell that pops, but I think Econ's better. Econ's not searchable though, but I think that's fine. Anytime I opened Econ, I felt like in a really good position. Even if I open like Econ hand trap, you can just like normal the hand trap or set the hand trap, set Econ, and then let's say their only opening is like Fiendsmith stuff, you can just like Econ, take Engraver, or Econ, take Lurry or something. I don't know. And it's just really good. And especially when you use this in tandem with the ritual monsters and or normal Mitsu monsters, um they trigger their effects, they come back. You can Econ, tribute Habakiri or tribute Murakumo, take their monster, or if they do if you special, like let's say you're playing Malice and they special Topologic, you can ritual summon into Topologic and then Topologic Chainlink 1, and then you can do Econ Chainlink 2 take or tribute your, let's say, Murikumo, take the Topologic, put it in the main monster zone, it kills itself, and then the Murikumo will come back. So, pretty cool. I think Econ's an incredible card in this deck. I think it should be played. I was playing it at 3. Um, I think 3 was too many almost, but 2 just like felt really good. Like I saw it when I needed to see it, and I didn't when I didn't. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean, but it makes a lot of sense in my head when I'm explaining it that way. But I think Econ's really good. Of course, Impulse is better. So like you could take these out, play Impulse, or you could take out the Trolls and play Impulse. But this is just the build I played, and I really like this build. It was really fun. I've been on the Econ hype train for a while. And then, of course, for the blast trap, we just play the Great Purification. There was a line in this deck that lets you maybe play Tempest. Like you could side Tempest going first, to banish 8, right? But and you can basically do that anytime you go first with just Habakuri. But I don't know if it's worth it. So just the one Purification. Negate, specials from Grave. Pretty good. That's the main deck. 40 cards. Um, Pretty solid. Uh, yeah. So for the extra is pretty weird. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. This extra is all out of whack. I put cards in here because I needed 15. So Just be wary that some of these choices are really weird. But hey, you know what? It worked. You rarely use the extra deck as is, but you know, it is what it is. So we have IP, SP, pretty solid. We have Dynamundo and Dark. Dark I put in here because I found it and I was like, you know, I play Darks, so it might work. Came up no times. I don't think I ever used Dark actually. So Dynamondo's very good though. I'd probably play two of this. I just couldn't find a second one. I'd probably put two of this and two SP. So those are the Link monsters. And then for XYZs, we played King of the Pharaoh Imps. We played Exciton Knight. We played Ragna Zero, very good card. We played Code Igniter, very good card that you ritual summon. If you're already been impulsed off of your ritual spells. Baguska because he is the terribly tired tapir. And we have Emerald to to recycle things back just in case you want to recycle names back or something. I don't know. But yeah, those are the rank 4s. Ragnar Zero is really good in this deck. I think IMO, I just said I think twice, because your Habakiri lowers everything by 800. So like this is always live. So if you end up with two level 4s, you can go like Dynamondo if you want, or you can go Ragna Zero, put this in the extra monster zone, and then you're just vibing. Because the moment they summon something, you can pop it and then draw a card. Like how good is that? That's so good. We fucking love drawing cards. Fuck. Yeah. Anyways. So, and then I never went into King of the Pharaohs one time. I went into Code Igniter and testing. Um, I don't think I ever used. I used these three. I don't think I ever used these three. These three could be whatever. I think these three are like really good. So Ragna Zero specifically, I think is really good in this deck, especially if you leave Habakiri on field. Baguska's Baguska. You can leave that in there. I don't know. It's up to you. I won't force you to tell you how to play a deck. So, um, and then we have for the rank 8 we have Hope Harbinger. You probably play Photon Lord. Um, I don't have Photon Lord, so I played Hope Harbinger. I think Hope Harbinger is a really good card though. Uses like a spell negate. That's pretty good. Spell cards are really good in this game. So and it, it can. I think it can attach shit, can't it? No, I'm thinking of Zeus. I'm hella dumb. Oh well. But it also redirects shit. So you summon a defense, negate a spell, swing at me, shlabunk, and then they hit this and shlabunk, they die or they take damage. Either way. And then some other XYZs. We played Typhon, shout out, and we played Zeus because we have XYZs, man. Like, why not play Zeus? Because like sometimes you go like Code Igniter, swing, go into fucking Zeus, put it on top, boom. Now you have a Zeus swipe, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Konami give us an alt art of Typhon where he's doing this pose but facing towards the Zeus. So they're like attacking each other. That'd be so cool. Please do that. That'd be sick. And then you can make it Starlight since QCRs aren't a thing anymore. So, but yeah, Typhon, I think I made like it's like a Plan C card. You don't make it all the time, but like you make it when you make it when you're gonna lose, and you can win off of it, but you make it when you feel like you're gonna lose anyways. So you just kind of pray that they don't like paradise you, and usually they'll paradise you, so you lose anyways. But who knows? If only it was a quick effect, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and then the random two cards I played in the extra to fill slots 14 and 15, Garua and Meteor Logic. Um, you could not play these at all, and nothing would change. The only time these have come up were someone summoned Maximus against me, and they used the effect, and I was like, all right, that's fine. And so I dumped Garura and Greg, and they were like, damn, that's pretty good. And I was like, yeah, I'll just negate. I think that I don't even know what fucking card they had on the field to negate, but I guess I probably could have negated the Maximus. But then I just drew one, so these could be anything else. I guess you could play Super Poly if you wanted to and make this a Mud Dragon, but if not, then it doesn't really matter. So that's the extra deck. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It could be anything you want, if I'm being 100% honest. It's not very mandatory, besides like maybe IPSP Dynamondo, I guess. For the extra, or for the side deck, we have these three guys who are in every side deck ever, 100%. We have 3 thrusts, which are pretty good, and then we have 3 thrust targets, which are D-Barrier, DDG, and Harpies. I took out the Lightning Storms and played the Harpies. This won me game 3 in the last round, which was pretty cool, or second to last round, which was pretty cool. D-Barrier is D-Barrier, and then DDG is DDG. It's just a shifter, basically. So, but yeah, you just basically like side this in against stuff. This goes in against everything, basically, and well, not everything, but because it gets malice. So, yeah. But that's basically it. And then for the last side deck card, I teched in because I thought it was a really good call. It didn't come up once, but I think it will in the future. And I think it's like one of the best cards you can play in this format, which is Lullaby. Ignore the mixed rarities. It's the only three I had in my bulk. And of course, they're all higher rarity than the last. So we have a super, an ultra, and a secret. So I think Lullaby is like nuts. When I was looking at it, I threw it in right before the tournament started because I was like, I think Lullaby's kind of fucking crazy if I go against the mirror. I didn't play any mirrors, unfortunately. But like, if you Lullaby call Morikumo, they either add it to your hand or you special it because it ignores summoning conditions. But the thing is most decks play one. So if you're playing the mirror or Ryzeal Fiend or Ryzeal Mitsu, and you call Morikumo, they lose the one Morikumo unless they can Ash Blossom this card, which is totally fine. But they'll lose the one Morikumo, and that's it. Like their entire Mitsu half of their deck is basically gone because they're playing 3 Haba, 1 Morikumo. And the Haba can only get you so far without the Morikumo. So if you like go first, you side this thing going first like 90 like all the time against the mirror. Activate, pay 2k, declare Haba or Morikumo. They either add it to your hand so you can summon it, or they let you summon it to your field, and you just do your best to keep it on the board. Usually they'll I mean, I'm gonna assume because they didn't come up, I don't know, but I'm gonna assume they're gonna let you just add it to your hand. Literally, just never let it leave your hand, because when it leaves your hand, it goes to their grave. Just keep it in your hand, because then they just can't do anything. I mean, yeah, they know a card in your hand, but it's like, okay, you'll never have to deal with the Regeki or have to deal with the what's it called, the hand rip, negate. So like, I don't know. I think it'd be fine. I think it's really good. I think people should play this card more. IMO. But yeah, that's I mean that's the deck. That is the deck. We have of course token and field center. But that's the deck. I think it's really good. I think the deck performed really well. I mean, I didn't drop a match. I did drop games, but I didn't really drop a match, so that's pretty good. I haven't opened my boxes yet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Wow, that glare is fucking crazy. I'll put this over here. Holy shit. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the weird fisheye lens. I don't know why I did that. I thought I turned that off, but it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on theory in the comments too, because I like discussing theory with people and figuring out what cards work. I spend a lot of time testing, so I just like to throw in random shit. You throw a bunch of shit at the wall, something sticks, and then you keep it sticking there. So pretty good ideas I've seen. Let me know some extra deck theory. Because I didn't really have a solid extra deck. The reptilian monster is playable, the lady, but I don't think it's worth because I've had it come up one time in testing, and I've tested like lots and lots of hours, and after all that testing, it's just not come up. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, and I will see you guys later. Peace.